I moved into my new apartment last week. It's nothing special, just a small place on the second floor across from an old, abandoned house. Everyone in the neighborhood avoids looking at it. Windows shattered, the roof sagging, vines crawling over the walls. Last night, as I was unpacking, I saw something strange. Through the broken window, a faint glow flickered, like candlelight. I froze. That house was supposed to be empty. Then, just as I leaned closer to the window, I saw a pale face staring back at me from the dark.
I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I pictured that pale face in the window. When I finally worked up the courage to look again, the glow was gone. The house sat in silence, black and lifeless. This morning, I asked my neighbor about it. Her expression changed instantly. "You saw it, didn't you?" she whispered. I laughed nervously, trying to play dumb. She just shook her head and muttered, "They always pick the one who moves in across the street." That night, I couldn't resist. I sat by my window, staring at the house. Midnight passed. Nothing, but around 2 a.m. I saw movement. A shadow crawled across the cracked glass, slow, jerky, unnatural. It wasn't walking. It was crawling on all fours, moving like a spider. The pale face appeared again, closer this time. Its wide mouth opened, but no sound came out. Instead, I heard a knock, not from the house, from my apartment door. The knocking wouldn't stop. 3 slow taps, then silence. I froze, holding my breath. Finally, I forced myself to check. I opened the door just an inch, and the hallway was empty. But on the floor, right outside, lay something small, a candle, still burning. I glanced across the street. The house was pitch black again, but I could feel it watching me. I didn't touch the candle. I just shut the door and locked it. But sometime after 3 a.m., I woke up to a faint crackling sound. The candle was inside my apartment, sitting on the table beside my bed. My heart nearly stopped. I live alone. The wick flickered higher, and in the flame I saw movement. A reflection of the house across the street. Except this time, the pale face wasn't in the window. It was standing at my bedside.
I jolted awake. My lamp was still on, the candle gone. No face by my bed. For a moment, I thought it was all a nightmare. But when I turned toward the window, my blood froze. The pale figure stood on the roof of the abandoned house, impossibly tall, its head tilted at an angle that no human neck could bend. It raised its arms slowly, deliberately, and pointed straight at me. My phone buzzed in my hand. A new text from an unknown number. "Stop watching, or it will come in."
I didn't look out the window again. I kept the blinds shut, but at 2:17 a.m., every light in my apartment went out at once. The silence was heavy, like the air itself was holding its breath. Then I heard it, scratching from inside the walls, moving closer. I grabbed my phone for light. The screen glowed, and a message appeared without me touching anything. "Don't hide." The scratching stopped, and then 3 slow knocks came from inside my closet door. The knocking grew louder. My hands shook as I reached for the closet handle. I wanted to run, but something pulled me closer, like the sound was inside my head, urging me. I yanked the door open. Nothing, just clothes swaying slightly, though the air was still. Relief almost made me laugh, until I noticed the floor. A candle sat burning between my shoes, and in its glow a long pale hand slowly reached up through the floorboards, clawing its way into my apartment. The hand dragged itself higher, followed by another. I stumbled back as a pale head forced through the gap in the floorboards, its mouth stretching too wide, eyes empty black pits. But before it could climb out, every candle in the room flared to life at once. Dozens of them on the counters, the shelves, even the window ledge, and in the glow I realized something horrifying. Each candle was positioned in a circle around me, not to keep it out, to keep me in. The circle of candles burned brighter, heat licking my skin. The pale figure pulled itself free, towering above me, limbs bending the wrong way. I tried to move, but my body wouldn't obey. The flames roared higher, sealing me in. The thing crouched close, its face inches from mine. Its lips never moved, but I heard the words inside my skull. You watched. Now you belong. The lights went out. This morning my neighbor smiled when she saw me across the street. From the window of the abandoned house,